You heard that? Remember that song?
No, I don't know why you're
singing.
I don't know why you're singing right now.
I'm just trying to lighten things up just a little
anyway, we're gonna move on to Hogwatch, but yes. I'm going to run an ad right now.
Oh, I'm so excited! Oh, my favorite part of the stream.
I'm gonna fucking run an ad right now.
Hogwatch!
Top of the hour.
Yes!
Austin is better than Hasanabi.
Excited! This is my favorite. Oh, I live for this shit. This is like my favorite. I'm tuning in.
It's top of the hour. It's time for a 6-second ad break. If you want an ad-free broadcasting experience, all you need to do is subscribe. You can subscribe for $4 because it's 20% off right now. Or you can subscribe for free with a Twitch Prime. Azan's Femboy, man, thank you for the 10 gifted.
The other night, I went to bed and I had myself a hogathon where I just watched. Who's the guy on the date? What, Trevor Noah's guy? What's his name?
Jordan Clipper?
Yeah, Klepper. I just watched like hours.
I understand you.
Okay, let's see what Ron DeSantis was saying.
The president had a lot to say yesterday, and he didn't say your name, but obviously was referring to you. What did you have to say to him back when it came to about the mask mandates?
Well, I would just say generally, when you're taking action that's unconstitutional, that threatens the jobs of the people in my state, many thousands of jobs, I'm standing for them. We're going to protect their jobs against federal overreach. And this is a guy who criticizes the state of Florida for protecting parents' rights. He says school boards should be able to eliminate parents' rights and force 5-year-old kids to wear masks all day. That's what he thinks is appropriate government. Yet, here he comes from Washington, D.C., instituting an unprecedented mandate, which even his own people have acknowledged in the past is not constitutional.
It's perfectly
it's perfectly constitutional.
It's completely constitutional.
It's protected under the Commerce Clause that gives Congress the right to mandate vaccines, which in 1970 Richard Nixon signed a law that established OSHA under the protections of the Commerce Clause in the Constitution. It is perfectly constitutional, will be upheld by the precedent set by the Supreme Court.
Okay, I don't know if they will actually uphold it. Let's be real. The fucking abortion workaround that they passed in Texas is like not constitutional. It completely erodes the Roe v. Wade protections offered at the federal level to those who wish to get an abortion in the first trimester.
Well, look.
And the Supreme Court absolutely fucking, without a doubt, totally allowed that law to pass through.
They're a little inconsistent.
No, they're not. It's not that they're inconsistent. It's that you're a liberal and you think that the Supreme Court actually is like a legitimate institution that cares about fucking protecting the integrity of the Constitution when they don't do that, and they've never done that, and that's not what they're for.
You know, sometimes
they're there to express the desires of corporations and the wealthy.
I studied on this for like 25 minutes. You don't think it's gonna be upheld? You don't think it's gonna be upheld in the Supreme Court?
I might. We'll see. I wouldn't be.
I was right about the election.
I would not be. Wolfhawk, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. I would not be as confident. I don't know.
Look, I was right about the elections, and you weren't confident about that. Remember?
They technically didn't allow it through. They just said it has to be challenged through the normal process. Yes, but what they would normally do in a situation like this is block it while they review it. And instead of blocking it while they continue to review such a fucking cruel and unjustifiably unconstitutional act, was because they favor abortion restrictions in this goddamn country, they totally let the law stand. That's the part of the process that I'm saying is like bullshit.
Can I read you a text? I used to play Flight Simulator years ago with this guy from very conservative kid at the time, now adult, and he still has my phone number and texts me every once in a while. He knows I was a lib even back. We used to argue like back in the mid 2000s about like Obama v. Bush and everything. Like I was libbing it up even as a young preteen. And he texts me at 6:37 yesterday. He says, "Brace yourself, civil war is coming." I said, "What civil war?" He said, "You're about to see a lot of people killed after what Biden just announced today.
Hassle.
Single-handedly just started a civil war unconstitutionally." This is real shit. This is not even. And then I said, "It's not unconstitutional." And then he said,
"Yeah, nice."
And then it was just, I don't know. It was just the civil war is coming, evidently. Oh, and then he said, "It's draconian." He said, "SCOTUS will shoot this down, thankfully, as it is my body, my choice." That's what he said.
That's not leadership. And I think the problem I have with Joe Biden more than anything, this guy doesn't take responsibility for anything.
Oh,
he's always trying to blame other people, blame other states. This is a guy that promised when he ran for president that he would shut down the virus.
Oh, he doesn't take
You look now, there's 300% more cases in this country today than a year ago when we had no vaccines at all.
Oh.
So his policies are not working. He's doubling down on things that are going to be very destructive for the livelihoods of many, many Americans, and obviously going to be destructive to our constitutional system and the rule of law. And so these are times.
I like that Ron DeSantis is like responsible for so many people fucking dying, specifically like 42,000 deaths in Florida alone. And then he's like, due to some of the actions that I have taken and other dipshits have taken, just like myself, many people are dying. All of this is in the hands of Joe Biden. His vaccines are not working. It's great.
Times when you believe in that Constitution, you got to stand up. And obviously, the substantive issue is important because there are places that are going to toss aside people they've worked this whole time throughout COVID. Now, all of a sudden, they should be tossed aside. They were working when nobody had vaccine. You don't know their history. You don't know why they're making decisions that they're making.
Dude,
okay, what's the defense, Hassan? What's the defense?
They were working without a vaccine because no vaccine existed. Now that there's a vaccine that exists and it's safe and it's authorized by the FDA, not taking that vaccine is fucking psychotic. Okay? You're filling up your goddamn ICUs for no fucking reason other than just the psychotic culture war that we've engaged in, where people think that taking the vaccine or not taking the fucking vaccine is a political action that people are
Let's go.
people are fucking engaging in. It's nuts, dude.
It's insanity. It is insane.
Like,
it is so insane.
Many of these people have already recovered and they have immunity. The idea that somehow you have somebody that gets a Johnson & Johnson, they can work, but someone that's got natural immunity somehow can't, that natural immunity is strong. So it's not based on science, and you can say he's saying he's losing patience with people. You know, at the end of the day, we don't live with a one-person rule in this country. We live in a constitutional system which people's rights are respected, but particularly in this juncture, they're
a constitutional system that enables the government to protect the public health.
it's fucking psychotic that that Ron DeSantis is like getting mad that Joe Biden is taking decisive action at the federal level while simultaneously claiming he's not taking action, and that's why COVID is fucking running rampant. Dude, you're literally criticizing him for taking the action. What do you want?
I look at this motherfucker and think, I mean, I could be a politician. I don't need to know shit. I'm serious.
It's not unconstitutional. Pfizer board of directors has the FDA chair of 2016-2019, but nothing odd about them getting the approval over Moderna and J&J. Dude, you're a fucking idiot, dude. I swear to God. Okay, it doesn't matter. Moderna and J&J also got emergency authorization, and I'm sure that there's fucking plenty of people that are also a part of that revolving door in FDA, including some of the fucking companies that did not actually distribute their vaccines that literally had people working in the FDA as well. Why do you not talk about the other companies that also had their vaccines that literally did not fucking work? Why? Because it doesn't suit your fucking narrative, you dumb buffoon. That's why. Because there's a narrative that you're trying to develop. I am against the revolving door between the government and fucking private corporations more so than all of these dumbass conspiracy Andes. Okay? I promise you. But this notion that you're like, oh my God, like that's probably why Pfizer got a fucking authorization is so dumb. Because there are plenty of people that also worked within the FDA or went from different companies to the FDA that we're not talking about. Do you know why we're not talking about the other, the like 10 other fucking pharmaceutical corporations that develop vaccines? You want to know why? Because their vaccines were proven not to have enough efficacy in treating or creating an immunity for COVID or stopping you from experiencing the worst possible symptoms. That's why. They did not fucking work.
Livelihoods and their jobs have to be protected. I mean, just think about, what this mandate would do. It's going to drive people out of work, out of hospitals, out of all this stuff where you have a need for people. So it's totally counterproductive, and I think it'll ultimately lose in court. But before that, there needs to be action taken to protect the people of our state and hopefully of the entire United States. Nobody should lose their job based on this decision.
Fuck you. Yeah, nobody should.
Yeah,
here's a really
vaccinated.
Yeah, here's a real easy solution to not lose your fucking job.
Get vaccinated.
Yeah, exactly. Get the vaccine.
Get the vaccine, you stupid.
Well, he has gotten the vaccine.
Yeah, it's another thing.
That's the best part about it is that like all of these anti-vax fucking psychos, they got the vaccine. They're protected. You know they're not fucking popping ivermectin, bro.
You know what the stupidest thing I ever heard was? Remember, I texted you about this. I got in an argument, and the argument was that they don't trust the vaccine because they're making money on it. I said, what the fuck? The medical and pharmaceutical industry is a multi-billion-dollar industry. They make money on everything. Everything they make money. I don't understand. What? I don't...
What blows my mind is like, okay, well, first of all, a lot of that research is reliant on public grants, okay? Publicly funded research that they're just expanding on. So that's one. Two, I'm over here advocating for taking the profit motive entirely out of healthcare and entirely out of the pharmaceutical developments. But then you say it's communism. That's communism. You can't do communism.
It's insane. And also, I mean, look, maybe this makes me a little liberal.
Are you not going to take insulin, dude? Are you not going to take insulin because Big Pharma upmarks it?
There you go. Can things that work and be profitable not be mutual? Like, can't you have both? Can't you have profit and it work? I mean, maybe that's a little liberal of me to say, but
no, it can't.
I mean, maybe, but I'm just saying it. I'm just saying just because you're making profit on it doesn't mean it doesn't work, is what I'm trying to say, right? Because if that were the case, then nothing would work, right? Right? Because they make profit, they profit off of everything. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying that it's right. I think it's wrong, but I'm saying if that were the case, if you apply that
I don't believe the profit motive should be anywhere near inelastic demand that is necessary for survival.
Well, I agree. I 100% agree.
All right, let's watch